Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. For the League, you know, when having spent 22 years in local government, when there's a bid challenge, you hear about it right away. You don't usually, you know, wait 2 years to say, well, I think there's a problem with this bid. And I think that your representation of the cities is that, you know, there's constant litigation with regard to bids when they're awarded and having to defend those claims. And it sounds like to me that the League's position is that extending the statute of limitation is increasing their long-term liability at a time when people's memories fade. There may not be witnesses that can come forward. So I don't see this as a pervasive problem throughout the state of California, unless you can tell me otherwise. It seems like it's an incident, and we all know that Sacramento commonly has knee-jerk reactions to incidents and broad brushes legislation, and I would think that the cities have a valid concern here, and taxpayer money going to litigation many years after the fact, after bids have been given. Maybe you can elaborate on that a little bit, the League representative.
No, I think that that's exactly the case, and you know, from our understanding, we didn't know that the city of West Covina was in support of the bill, but we do know that the city of West Covina took certain steps to address the concerns that were identified in the state controller's audit. They hired a new city manager. They hired a new public works director. They revamped a lot of their public contracting means and methodology. And so we think that there are opportunities for cities to address violations if they are uncovered without having the legal exposure to contractual and litigation challenges.
And one last final word, if I may, one last. Would this bill, Assemblyman Hernandez, prohibit a city from entering into a tolling agreement in the event that a statute of limitations, if it were at 1 year or 3 years, was in effect? Would that prevent them from doing tolling agreements?
What kind of agreement?
Tolling agreement?
I don't understand what that is.
A tolling agreement is, I'm not a lawyer, but a tolling agreement is when you have two lawyers from both sides that agree that the litigation is going to go beyond a statute of limitations, and both sides agree to extend that deadline that they can.
Oh, staff says that it only applies in criminal
No,
cases.
it's civil. This is only civil, criminal. So there's no.
There's no application, from my understanding.
That would be only in a civil case. This is a criminal statute.
I qualified to say I'm not an attorney.
Yeah. Neither was I. That's why I asked for the explanation.
Thank you.